I want to touch on Grenada very quickly, which is also a similar story where a crisis had to be um, a crisis scenario had to be reached before the government would take on fiscal discipline as a serious measure. Grenada too had gone through a series of IMF programs prior to the 2014 program. And it was near crisis in 2014, but the expansion in public debt began way back in 2004 when Hurricane Ivan happened. The public debt started growing. As you can see, it was 40% and it reached as high as 110% at its peak in 2014 when the program with the IMF, the ECF began. And then again, it was the country that came together to build a fiscal responsibility and institutionalized fiscal discipline. And similar story where a homegrown monitoring committee was created. In the case of Jamaica, EPOC, or the Economic Program Oversight Committee, was created in the first program, which has been further broadened for other oversight committees in the standby arrangement. And the results for Grenada are, as again the chart shows, they are on the right trajectory to meet their debt targets as entrenched in the fiscal responsibility law, which is also 60% of GDP. To us, just for to be clear, the fiscal responsibility laws do have flexibility in terms of if there are natural disasters, or if primary balance, the course correction is needed, how can the course be corrected? And in the case of Jamaica, there is the Auditor General takes a close look to determine whether the budget or the supplementary budgets are in line with the goals of the fiscal responsibility law. And in Grenada, there is FROC, what they call the FROC, or the Fiscal Responsibility Oversight Committee, which also takes accountability and holds the government accountable to the targets set in the fiscal responsibility law. And the results in the case of Grenada, the debt is on a downward trajectory, on track to meet the debt target. Fiscal sustainability is being restored. In the case of Grenada, growth has been, there were significant highs for the first 2 years of the program. There are other factors that are more specific to Grenada, such as the citizenship by investment and a few other idiosyncratic factors which feature in the story in Grenada, and I'm not going to get into those details.